Hey friends, thank you so much for joining me here at the Fast Draft Method. I know your time is precious and I promise I will only waste about 9.5 minutes of it. My name is MCH and I am a professional screenwriter and filmmaker, and every week I post a new video about screenwriting. Basically, I take everything that I've learned from being in this industry for the last 25 years and I just I put it into a big fiery ball, and then I take that fiery ball and I throw it into YouTube. Did the special effect thing go? There was supposed to be a special, hold on. No, it didn't go. Well, you said you'd, okay. If you're new to the channel, well, welcome. And you're probably wondering, what is the Fast Draft Method? Well, simply put, it's how I write screenplays. Now, you can go through all these videos and, they're free for you to glean any information that you want from them, but I am just scratching the surface. So if you want to do a deeper dive into the Fast Draft Method, just click the link below and that will take you to a video that will tell you everything you need to know. And if you're getting value out of these posts, please, I would be very humbled and honored if you would like and subscribe and share. Tell all your friends. Tell all your friends there's the screenwriter who has a very low special effects budget on his YouTube channel. Here's a pro tip. Always swing for the fences. When we write, we are often hit with a barrage of critical thoughts, not critical thinking, more like criticism. We worry that what we're writing has no value. We ask questions like, is it any good? Will people want to see it? Is this commercial? Will it make the blacklist? Now, all of these thoughts and questions that are swirling around inside your beautiful mind, they're just useless, and worse, they're taking up so much valuable real estate. They're squishing the questions that you should be asking back into the recesses of that beautiful mind. Questions like, have I explained myself properly? Are my characters' motivations in line with the circumstances that they find themselves in? Have I discovered a more interesting way to say this? And God, is this even fun anymore? Then there's that tiny voiced thought which has been sitting there pretty patiently, whispering all along. Just swing for the fences, kid. With that in mind, I want to talk about two recently released movies. Now, on the surface, they each appeared to be one thing, but because they swung for the fences and the script took so many great chances, they were both so much more. The first is the hilarious, absurd, subversive meta-satire Barbie. Now, I will be the first to admit that I am not the target demographic, although I did have a Ken doll when I was a kid. I used to put him on a little toy motorcycle and then launch him down a makeshift Hot Wheels track. But that said, Mattel knows their demographic. They know exactly who they are marketing this film to. Grown-ass girls. Women. Really? Yeah. Huh. Okay, I'll just go. Okay, bye. What makes Barbie so good is that it takes everything that we think we know about the Barbie brand. Every cliche, every cynical thought we've ever had about the Barbie doll, the Barbie cartoons, the Barbie corporations, the Barbie commercialism, and the Barbie pseudo-feminism. And it satirizes each point with a wit and wisdom that could only come from the brilliant, subversive minds of writer-director Greta Gerwig and her Kendall, and her husband, co-screenwriter Noah Baumbach. What I love best about Barbie is that because it is meta and, a satire, it could have easily been smarmy or too cool for school. It could have been one of those inside joke movies or really directory self-indulgence. But Gerwig kind of pulls off a minor miracle here. See, she never loses sight of the fact that despite her many cinematic references, her critical thinking, her jabs at the patriarchy, her existential thesis on what it means to be human, that this movie is still aimed at and strikes right into the heart of the little girls and grown women who at one time or another loved Barbie. Because it is obvious that Gerwig herself loves Barbie. I would have loved to have been in that pitch meeting. It's like she went into Mattel and laid out an existential dissertation on the state of commercialism and its effects on the young minds of little girls. It's like she had these 80 or 90 statements she wanted to make that have almost nothing to do with the Barbie brand. And then she goes, it'll be pink and sunny and hilarious. And of course, the movie will be filled with original songs and gut-splitting musical numbers. Oh, and by the way, everyone in the movie is going to commit to their performance as if they're gunning for the Oscar. Oh, and the best part is that this movie is really heartfelt and kind. It is not mean-spirited at all, and it doesn't pander or fly above the heads of the target audience. It never makes fun of Barbie or the culture or the corporation it spawned. In fact, it celebrates both. Talk about a high-wire act. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of haters out there, and, you know, let's be honest, it's not going to be to everyone's taste. But you got to admire those huge swings. Now, the next film I want to talk about is the Netflix sci-fi blaxploitation thriller comedy called They Cloned Tyrone. This almost overly stylish flick stars John Boyega, Jamie Foxx, and Teyonah Parris as the neighborhood drug dealer, the neighborhood pimp, and the neighborhood sex worker, respectively. At first, this movie and Boyega feel like giant cliches, right? You know, the gritty black drama we've seen before. You know, he's the angry drug dealer who figures out what's important and hopefully it's not too late, all while being shot at by rival gang leaders the like. Look, we've seen that movie. This is not that movie. Now, early on in the movie, during a routine drug money collection, Boyega's character is shot and killed. Yep, dead. The protagonist is dead within the first 15 minutes of the movie, but of course, one quick glance at the film's title should suggest otherwise. And of course, the very next day, he wakes up and he's in his room and he's not sure if what happened last night was a dream or not. Well, turns out it wasn't. And then he, along with Jamie Foxx, who has never been better as the fast-talking, greasy Weasley pimp, and the film's shining star, Teyonah Parris, they go to investigate, only to realize that the city that they're in, or the neighborhood, that there's a conspiracy to... You know what? I'm not going to ruin it for you. Imagine taking Invasion of the Body Snatchers, A Clockwork Orange, Get Out, The Manchurian Candidate, Foxy Brown, and New Jack City, and then blending them up into a hilarious self-referential pitch black comedy. And then, yeah, you'd be about halfway there. What each of these films have in common is that not only did they both swing for the fences, but they subverted our expectations. Now this brings me to you, dear writer. Swing for the fences. Don't play it safe when writing. Put it all out there. If there's a message you want to send, or you want to be political or socially conscientious, but you're worried that you'll come across as preachy or didactic, fine, then just make your protagonist a talking fish. Wait, what? Point is, we all have something important to say, so we say it in our scripts, but then we're often so worried that our screenplays will just end up being lame cliches. And that's when imposter syndrome creeps in, and we doubt ourselves, or worse, we give up. But that thing in here that you've been trying to figure out how to say, well, it needs to be said. So forget about the critic taking up all that valuable mental real estate and just say it. But for God's sake, swing for the fences. Say it in the weirdest, funniest, bloodiest, brightest, darkest, happiest, saddest way possible. Take that thing that you like and twist it and turn it and mash it and stretch it until it becomes a thing that you love. And if you love it, we'll love it too. All right, friends, that's it for this week. I hope you join me next week when my topic will be... We'll see. If you are getting value out of these posts, I would really love it if you would like and subscribe and share. And like I said, we're just scratching the surface, so if you want to know more about the fast draft method, which is, how I write screenplays, just click the link below and that'll take you to a video that will explain everything. Until next week, happy writing, friends.